I'm Devin Parkinson. This is my wife Karen, and what we have accomplished is we've moved from Center Mountain up in Hamilton to the country here between Dundas and Brantford.
Extremely. Yeah, extremely happy. It was, it had its challenges. It had, there was a lot of fun at the same time, but
It was a good move for our family.
Yeah,
and we very much appreciate being here because it's good for our family, good for our girls. The stresses and strains of being in a big city are gone. We're able to enjoy a little bit more relaxed life here in the country.
Most definitely. We were ready for a change. Loved our house. We'd been there for a number of years. It was our first house. It's the house our girls came home to. But we were ready for a change, and the timing wise worked out that actually my parents were in a position that they needed to retire. And so they asked us maybe we could find something that we could all work together on and all be together at. And that would work out financially for them. And maybe they kind of pitched it as maybe we could get a better house. So that kind of worked.
And as our family, we also we wanted to have something a little bit bigger for our kids, something outdoors that they can enjoy. Being in Hamilton, they didn't have a lot of room in the city, so we have a bit of property now they can enjoy. And also our oldest, when our youngest was born, our oldest had to move into the basement. That's where her room was. So we really wanted to have a place where all the bedrooms were on the same floor, where we felt closer to a family, especially around bedtime.
Most definitely.
Well, finding a place that suited our needs and suited Karen's parents' needs.
And discovering what those needs were at the same time. So starting out, Tyson helped us to look at homes that helped narrow down really, we kind of sort of knew what we all wanted, what my parents wanted, what we wanted. But by looking at homes that helped narrow
the field
yeah, quite a bit. And so things like, first we looked at apartments that were very bright and lovely that were in the basement. But my mom decided, no, she couldn't be in the basement. My parents are very healthy and well. So that quickly narrowed down a whole bunch of things, but then also presented new challenges, because to find the right layout now was that made everyone happy, and still everyone had their own separate spaces, because we did not want to live together.
Yeah. Although we're family, we're not going to live with each other in the same dwelling space. So it had to be separated in some fashion. So
that was a big challenge, finding the right thing. And then we also had 2 homes to sell. So how do we time that? Do we buy a house first? Do we put our houses on the market first? We have renovations that need to be happening on both of these homes. You need to do things that become the norm to you day in and day out that are actually kind of ugly to someone else that's looking at a house. So we need to we needed guidance on all of those things, and so we didn't know where to start.
Exactly. And both Tyson and Barb were very good at that. They helped us out to see the specific things we needed to address in each home.
Yeah.
And they were very specific. Don't worry about that. You have to fix this.
Put the toys away.
Put the toys away. Declutter.
Paint this wall. Don't paint this wall. Paint this door, not that door.
Finish the flooring here.
Mm-hmm.
Tidy that up there. So it was a big help. It gave us specific goals we had to accomplish before the time period.
In certain times, yeah.
And they were very helpful that way.
Ultimately, it was the best story that we love to tell, that we had 12 offers come to the table, which was crazy because it was our first house. And I will never forget Tyson telling us that Monday, your house is going on. It's going on at this time. It was like 3:00 in the afternoon. I was at work. You have to be ready to accept calls to make appointments. And it was 3:02 and my phone started ringing and didn't stop. There was 9 visits that night. We couldn't even go home. It was already ready to show. There was all these cards on the table when we came home, and the calls did not stop for 4 days. And setting up the strategy of pricing it at the exact price point that drew people in, but still didn't, wasn't so low that it was a steal. And we were really comfortable. We had a dream number in our head that initially we needed some guidance on. So it was just so super fun that by the time Thursday came, and we didn't even know how many offers were coming to the table till we sat down at, I think, 5:00. And then the agents started showing up on the front porch, which was...
That was something to say.
That was just crazy. And Tyson and Barb guiding us through, okay, this is how you need to react when this offer comes to the table, and when that offer comes to the table, and don't freak out when you look at the numbers. And the first offer being, the very first one I'll never forget. The first one was 18,000 over asking. And I remember as soon as he left the room going, I can't believe that.
Somebody
Then we
must have paid
started 20,000 over. And that was unreal. And it like varied. Then there were 11 more that were presented. And
yeah.
I didn't like them all standing out front. So I'm like, okay, they've all brought amazing customers essentially to us that like, here, go take this bottle of wine out to them and tell them to sit in the back because that would be much better. And it was just such a fun, it was fun but scary all at the same time. So we really needed the guidance through that night of what to sort through, what's important. Yeah, the numbers are great and fantastic, but what's attached to those numbers? What conditions are there on the house? What's important as far as one buyer? When do you put your emotions into it? When don't you? And all of those things we needed guidance with that stuff. We had no idea because it was so overwhelming to just, it was great. The end product was even better because that was 20 plus over asking, completely clean offer.
No conditions.
No conditions. I just wanted this sold to very nice people, put on our sign that very night. And that's exactly what happened. It was awesome. We love to tell that story because that was amazing.
And Tyson and Barb, they really did help us.
It was fun.
It was,
It was fun.
It led the way.
Yeah. Yeah. So all the scary part was gone. And what was reassuring is now we had one house sold for sure. The other one was well on its way and needed some guidance as far as my parents' house. But this had already been purchased. Once we found it, it was perfect. It was what we wanted. We're looking in the windows. It's amazing. It's going to fit everyone's needs. So this had been purchased. So we needed one house at least to sell to move forward, and ours sold
within 4 days. It was sold. So it worked. Amazing. The timing worked out well, very well,
and reassuring.
Yeah, no, they did an excellent job.
That part was fun. They are right on the other side of this wall. They are not underneath us, just like they wanted. They are in our garage basically, but in a gorgeous garage. They thank us at least daily for the sacrifice that we made, but at the same time they gave us so much too, because to watch the dog run outside and just run, and they spend so much more time outside. That first night that we were in here and Amy said to us, it was just like, good night everybody, like it was like a movie. And we were all on the same level. Yeah. And it was a simple request, but it's home. This is now like...
Yeah, and they feel like they're at home too.
They feel the same way
all the time. And they have 1,000 square feet on their side, and it's
we have a little more on our side.
Yeah, and it's a little bit smaller than what they had before, but they are more than content, and they're very happy. And they're very much enjoying themselves, and we don't live on top of each other. We have our own separate spaces, and it works very well for us. So we're very, very happy with how it turned out.
Thrilled.
Would we hire Barb and Tyson again?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's no hesitation. There's a friend comfort there. We felt like our hands were being held at some times, and then also there was the firmness that needed to happen at certain times.
Firm decisions.
When we hit bumps in the road that were things that made us nervous or unsure, the firm, reassuring, no, this is how it's going to happen and this is how it'll be, is what we needed. So
and firm decisions on how we needed to address our old place. I might not have done this. I might not have done that. Barb and Tyson, you should do this. Okay, we'll do that. And it worked out, and it worked out fantastically. Yeah. So we got the money. We got more money than we were hoping. No conditions. And we've moved into a place that we enjoy. So it worked out well. They did a fantastic job. We would tell other people to use them.
Lots and lots and lots of people.